Oh my gosh. Welcome back, guys. We are back here with season 18 of the Aero League Racing GT7 Championship. We are sponsored this season by Blue Dragon Racing, your source for affordable premium sim racing rigs. So yeah, go and check them out if you're in the market for a rig. So obviously Zico is your reigning champion in Tier 1 this season. He managed to sew it up last season with his teammate. I think his teammate followed or finished not far behind him. This season we have got the top 15 drivers, which we'll get a rundown through the drivers in just a second. They are your full-time drivers. And then we have Polito. He's the reigning Tier 2 champion, so he's come up from Tier 2. He's now in Tier 1. We've also got Anonyma, CMP, Astro, Autoration, all promoted from Tier 2 as well. There's not been any rule changes, so everything running the same as last season, as well as the tyres. So we will get the quick rundown now through the grid. So obviously Zico, your reigning Tier 1 champion, he's going to be in the Mazda RX Vision this season. We've got Yannick, that was his teammate last season, this season in the Porsche 911, with Astro, also in the Porsche 911. Then we've got Capel and CMP in the Lexus. We've got BX Royal and Anonyma in the Jaguar. Alessandro and Autoration in the BMW M6. Then we've got Tintin and Racing Green in the Peugeot RCZ. Polito and Matti are going to take the AMG 20. We got Kellen and Perry in the McLaren 650S, and that is your full-time drivers from from 1 to 15. And then we got Viking Dog, first of the reserves in the Mazda RX Vision. We got RX Yavi and we got RX Slim in the Corvette. Kep and Iggy, a return to Iggy there. We're going to have them in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. We got Badabig Tobias in the Hyundai Genesis, and we have Catfish in the Honda NSX. So yeah, I think it's going to be a spicy season, this one. Looking like Alessandro's got a decent car choice this season. He's in the BMW M6, as you know by now. One of my all-time favourite cars since GT Sport. Alessandro getting the rear end a little bit loose there. So maybe it's a little bit more tail happy than it used to be. You can get that car tamed though. It was a little bit twitchy, I do remember, on a few tracks, but I digress. We're going to get into qualifying ever so shortly. Obviously it will start around 8 PM as always, and I'll be back then. Hello guys, so if you've only just joined us, obviously this is the Aero League Racing's GT7 Championship Season 18 Round 1. As I said before, sponsored by Blue Dragon Racing. Obviously they sell your premium sim racing rigs, affordable premium sim racing rigs, so yeah, if you want to go and check them out, do so. So we've got some new drivers on the grid this season. We've only got 14 in the room so far, so we're still waiting for somebody to turn up before qualifying will start. I do believe we've got 15 ticked in tonight, so obviously the lobbies with Gran Turismo only allow for 16 drivers, but I take up the 16th slot. We've got Alessandro this season in that BMW M6. It is a beautiful machine. Then we have Polito in the MG20, also a very beautiful machine there. Very nice liveries, sport in there as well. CMP this season, he's back and he is in the Lexus. Looks like the Fanatec sponsored Lexus. Kellen's just moved up the order there in the Peugeot RCZ this season for Kellen. Then we've got Racing Green also in the Peugeot RCZ. The little French beast. We've got Astro in the Porsche 911. Got a very cool livery as well. A returning Perry the Platypus. Welcome along, EA. Good to have you on board, buddy. Welcome back. Hope you're hyped for Season 18. Then we have Tintin in the Tin Zone Games RCZ. Yannick, he's there in the Porsche 911 GT3. We've got Anonyma, obviously a new driver there in Anonyma. Polito as well. He is in the Jaguar, so I believe, he's BX's teammate for this season. We have got BX in the pit in the Jaguar. Gapel, I can't actually see what car he's in. I can't work it out from the cockpit. I have got the list in front of me. I shall check out in just a second. And then obviously the returning champion there, reigning Tier 1 champion Zico.
No, the Toothbrush Jaguar.
The Toothbrush Jaguar, that's right, Viking Dog. Welcome aboard, buddy. I think he's trying to keep it British, isn't he? Is BX. He was obviously running the Aston Martin V12 Vantage, wasn't he, last season? He had a bit of a shocker to the start of the season, didn't he? But had some really good races in the second half. So this is it. I believe we are into qualifying now. So it looks like we have only got 14 guys on the grid this evening.
I love the Jag. I'm talking about the livery.
Are you talking about the livery? Yeah, he's in the airwaves liveried. Jaguar. Yeah, BX obviously at the front of the order. Which will change on the left-hand side there.
Absolutely love the livery. Face with tears of joy.
Right, so everybody's going to be in single file now, so we should be able to get to see what everyone's in. So yeah, we've got BX in the Airwaves liveried Jaguar, followed by Alessandro there in the M6. We've got CMP in the Lexus. Zico is in the Mazda RX Vision. The Angry Wasp. We've got Tintin in the RCZ. Capel in the Lexus. Yannick in the Porsche. Polito is in the AMG. Then we have Autoration in the BMW M6. So we have got Perry in the McLaren 650S. We got Astro in the other Porsche 911. Kellen is in the other McLaren 650S. We've got Anonyma in the other Jaguar, and Racing Green making the most of that free air there in the... Is that the second or the third RCZ on track? I digress. So BX is coming up to start his first flying lap now. He's going to probably be down to fourth, maybe even third to get the turn in for this corner. So he does, he keeps it in fourth gear, floats it through, easing it on the throttle to get a bit of momentum before this hard second gear left-hander into the right and then sweeping left again, probably mounting the sausage, and he does. He loves to mount the sausage with BX. But he's going to carry on this lap now. He's got a hard hairpin coming up, left-hander here. He's going to be braking around the 100 marker. In fact, he broke a little bit later, maybe been about 80 or 75 metres there. Down into first gear to get the car turned in. Straight back up through the gears again. Then we've got a hard right-hander coming up, probably down to third. Yeah, so he's kept it in third, floats it through. Back into the left of there. And then down the hill, oh, he's got it a little bit unsettled there. That's going to cost him a couple of attempts. But through this quad right-hander, very, very tricky part of the track, that one. All too easy to drift it out wide there on the left-hand side. And then the final hard braking zone here. And that is nicely through the final turn. The double apex hairpin there. Oh no! Almost messed his exit up there. He's definitely still got more in the tank, hasn't he? This is going to be a 1:31.4 there. Alessandro will come across. And he's done a 1:31.4 as well. Zico, however, Zico with a 1:30, nearly a 1:31 flat. Zico 3 attempts faster at the moment than Alessandro in the BMW. Oh, Alessandro gets a little bit squirrely there through the S's. I think he's going to bin this lap off. So BX still, maybe he's still on the flyer. We're going to have to check these splits. Maybe the tyres have only got enough for one fast lap in them. Looking at the tyre graphic on the bottom left there, they have definitely started picking up a bit of wear on the fronts, especially the front right. So that's pushed BX down into 4th place at the moment. So we've got Zico, currently provisional pole. He's gone in for a new set of tyres. We've got Racing Green, provisional 2nd place. Alessandro in 3rd. BX currently sat in 4th. He's going to improve this time round. He's got the exit there. No, he's into the pits. Now, Auto Retillon currently good enough for 5th place. Polito up ahead with a penalty. That's going to, I think he'll probably go in for a new set of boots. I think this might be it. I think everybody's going to do a warm-up and then a flying lap and then throw on a fresh set of boots. Although Auto Retillon has stayed out. Across the line, so 1:31.5, so he's improved, but still in 5th place. Not far off the back of BX Royal now, though. BX Royal currently in the danger zone, but it's very close at the top as well. So there's only 2 attempts between Zico, who is currently on pole, and Racing Green, who is currently 2nd place. Zico, I think Zico's gone to the toilet or something. He's just sat in the pits now. Maybe he thinks it's enough to keep that pole position. We'll have to wait and see, because Racing Green has only got 2 attempts to find. He's still out on the same set of tyres. Alessandro is on an out lap now on a fresh set of softs. We saw he was setting some really good times in practice, so see what he can do here in qualifying. We'll come back to him. He's finishing his out lap, as is BX Royal. Auto Retillon, he will probably go in for a fresh set of boots, you would presume. Astro coming up to finish an out lap, as is Perry, as is Polito, as is Anonyma. It's because we've got Auto Retillon in there. It's a mouthful. He thought, welcome along, Guy. Nice to have you on board, buddy. You thought you was rocking an OnlyFans livery. We'll have a look in just a second. Yeah, what is he running? Oh, that's Win TV. Alessandro gets through the SSR nicely.
Fire.
Oh, no way. Well, welcome along, Kyra. Nice to have you on board. Why did you get a quali ban? How was that carried over from last season? Is that even a thing? Can you carry quali bans over? I guess you must be able to.
Brass and Bourbon glow.
But yeah, some new faces, obviously in the chat, so welcome along, guys. Nice to have you on board. So it makes my job a little bit easier.
Last SSN loudly crying.
Oh, no way. Oh, good.
As bad as esports turn 1 yesterday. You carry penalty points and stuff, yay.
Yeah. Okay.
It's over. Go
Gotcha.
my tier 2 teammate.
Welcome along, Matty. Nice to have you on board, buddy. Yeah, I think Polito's going to do well. He's looking all right at the moment. He's just dropped down to 8th place, but I think he's got on a fresh set of tyres. He's just finished an outlap, so you would presume he is going to improve. Autorotation now comes up to finish his second fast lap, I believe, and it is a 1:31.2, which puts him up into provisional 3rd place. BX has improved. He's only 700ths off of Zico now. Currently provisional 2nd place. So will Zico come out of the pits, or is he just going to sit there? It is too close to call at the moment. So Alessandro currently provisional 3rd. Racing Green has been pushed down to 4th now, but he's on an outlap, so he will surely get another lap in. We're coming up to the last minute and a half now of qualifying. Polito there. Obviously Matty's tier 2 teammate.
He has put in the lap of his life.
Viking says Zico's accepted he's put in the lap of his life. Mate, did you watch last season, Viking? Zico was absolutely unstoppable. He was so quick. So very quick. I'm surprised he's not gone for another lap. So we're going to have a look at Polito, because I think this is his fast lap. He's coming up to finish now. I think he did manage to improve before, but he's now picking up the slipstream of the car ahead, the BMW. I think it's Alessandro. Or is it Autorotation? It's actually Autorotation, who's currently sat in 6th place. Only 300ths between Autorotation and Polito at the moment. 30 seconds left now of qualifying. So this will be the final fast lap he gets to do, if this indeed is... He's going to put this one on the board. You would presume everyone's going to stay out now. And he does not improve, and he's there in 6th place. So have we got anyone else? So yeah, Astro no improvement. Perry no improvement. Yannick, yeah, I think everybody's just taken too much out of their tyres now, haven't they? I think their last lap was probably their final flying laps. So Zico currently still on pole position, only 400ths between him and Alessandro there in 2nd place. BX Royal will start in 3rd, although he's actually always improved. BX has actually improved through that sector. Is it going to be enough? Yeah, this is definitely the final lap now. So Zico and Alessandro both in the pits. Could they be in danger of BX maybe pipping 2nd, or maybe even taking the pole away from Zico? There wasn't a lot in it. BX Royal at the end puts in a 1:31.017 to take pole away from Zico. Only 400ths in it still though. So BX Royal will start on pole. Zico starting in 2nd place. Alessandro looking like he's starting in 3rd. Autorotation with a lap there. He's going to start in 4th place, it looks like. Racing Green will start in 5th. Anonyma in 6th. Polito's going to start in 7th. CMP in 8th. Astro 9th. Perry in 10th. Yannick in 11th. Kellen in 12th. Capel 13th. And Tintin will start in 14th place. What a qualifying that session. Well, what a lap there from BX Royal to be able to topple Zico from that pole position. And Alessandro, I think the reigning champion is going to have a fight on his hands tonight. Obviously, BX, a former champion as well. He's won it a few times. Alessandro, I think, yet to win Tier 1. What can he do this season in that
lap from BX?
He's in the M6. I don't know why I keep saying Mercedes. Alessandro, that was a lap, wasn't it? But it is. Look at the gap between the top three. It's literally 0.042 between you, Zico, and BX. That's just. It's gonna be proper sweaty this season, isn't it? That's insane. And then through the rest of the grid, all the way. Okay, so Tintin didn't really get a good lap in there, but all the way to 13th there is only 8 tenths throughout the grid. That's how close it is this season. And then Tintin at the end, actually, no, 4 tenths between them, but he's 1.3 off a pole. But yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy how close it is. Oh, I think it's going to be a good one this season, guys. It's going to be spicy. Hopefully we're not going to have any explosions at turn 1. Oh, wait, what's happened? Oh, was BX now got to set the grid? Was there something? There must have been a glitch with the lobby or something. I think BX now having to manually set the grid. Normally it just goes straight into the... Oh no, here we go. Yes, I think once everybody's joined, BX will set the grid and we'll be away to go for the first race of the evening. Obviously the sprint race. I'm sure BX is probably furiously there, tapping buttons, trying to get the grid ordered as quickly as he can. It's crazy to think, isn't it, that we still have like bugs and glitches within GT7. How many years is it now? 2 or 3 years since the launch? Fortunately, not so many game-breaking bugs anymore. I don't know if you guys remember the seasons we had the sideways porpoising from a lot of the cars, like they had the weird rubber band and effect from side to side. Almost 3.5. Context Viking. In what way 3.5?
Years since GT7 release.
Oh, oh yeah, thank you, mate. Thank you. I knew it was somewhere around there. I knew it was around I knew it was probably about 3 years. So it's, yeah, nearly 3.5. I remember I did get it on launch as well, and it was grinding out all the campaign and stuff. It was like, yeah, it was fun times, like, initially. Such a great racer for a few years. They just, yeah, they need to bring out another one, I think. Make it fresh again. And more tracks as well. The amount of tracks that we've had in the last 3.5 years is like... We've had tracks, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's been a bit lacking, and they seem to keep giving us a lot of cars that we'll never use as well, because like, obviously you never do like a random road car league. Do you know what I mean? And it's always like tuner cars anyway. If you do something like that, it's not going to be like your Fiats and all the other random stuff that they give to us.
Last track was the snow track at the end of 2020.
That's right, yeah, the rally, yeah. What a track that is, though. If you get, what were we doing? We were doing some random Friday night shenanigans, and we get like, you know, tuned up GTRs, like four-wheel drive road cars.
In 2024.
Oh, and yeah, the Eiger track, yeah, I do like that track. Yeah, that's fine, BX. No worries, mate. So, yeah, guys, if you're still with us, obviously we're just waiting for one more. We're waiting for one more driver. So there is 15 guys on track tonight. Obviously, whoever it is will have to start in 15th. Which obviously sucks for them, but they didn't turn up for qualifying. That's how it goes, unfortunately. I will find someone on track for you while we are waiting. It's a Perry this season in the McLaren 650S. Because he's actually having to drop it to third there to get the car to hook in on that turn. So some of the guys will be dropping to third. Some of them will be able to keep it in fourth, I would imagine. He was actually down to first through here. Definitely making use of the gearbox in that car. In fact, maybe it's the difference between, I believe, oh no, so it looks like he's using automatic gears as well. It says 18. I don't know. Everybody says AT though. Oh, perhaps it doesn't say MT when you're using manual transmission anymore. I'm sure it used to say MT when he was using the manual. That's the thing that messes me up on... Oh, so there we go, so Catfish. Catfish has now joined the room. Obviously they'll have to start in 15th. What is Catfish in? Oh, Catfish isn't even north.
Final boss of Gran Turismo
In the thing yet. Yeah, the final boss of Gran Turismo showed up. The Catfish. Catfish is going to get you. He's still not joined the lobby. I wonder how many people are going to get claimed by the sausage this evening. As we saw with BX in qualifying, the favoured line is to try and mount it ever so slightly. And you seem to get a better line through there, but if you get it wrong and you manage to dip a tyre, like even a pixel onto that sausage, it will really unsettle the car. So this is it. This is going to be the first race of the evening, the sprint race. We'll find BX Royal. He is lining up on pole with Zico there in second place. We've got Alessandro there in third. Season 18, round 1, race 1 is about to get underway. Wait for the 5 lights. And we have them. And we're off. Season 18, let's go. There's a lot of moves being made in the background. There's a Mercedes trying to go up the inside of 2 people. I'm not sure who that was. I think it was Polito. Polito getting a really good start there. And then there's 4 cars wide in the background. Somebody's going to come across surely. Anonyma. We got Auto-Ration. Somebody got shuffled out. There was one of the BMWs. It was Alessandro. Alessandro now down to 10th place. So a lot of positions being swapped early doors. We've got Auto-Ration now up to 5th place. Anonyma getting hassled there. Anonyma there in 4th place. Polito is up to 3rd. We've got Zico still on the back of BX Royal in 1st place. BX Royal only with a 3/10 gap over Zico at the moment. Zico keeping him honest in the Mazda RX Vision. The Angry Wasp. Through the hairpin they go. Then we've got Polito in the background there, still managing to keep Anonima behind him. Anonima looking really strong as well, though, in the second of the two Jaguar. Obviously, these two guys in their debut for Tier 1 as well. Racing Green looking good at the moment in 5th place in that Peugeot RCZ. Tion trying to keep Perry behind him. Perry looking like he was trying to set a move up, but he's not going to get it done through this corner. Or is he? Oh, there was contact. There was a tiny bit of contact there. Yeah, I think Perry's just giving the advantage back there to Tion. He's going to come under the attention now, though, of CMP. CMP in the Lexus. Is he going to have a look up the inside into the final turn here? Oh, there's a tiny bit of contact there once again. Maybe slightly misjudging the braking as he actually goes out wide there onto the grass. And then we've got 3 wide in the background. We've got Alessandro Capel and Tintin. Capel managing to pull ahead of both cars. And then we've got another 3-car battle forming in the background here. Alessandro, one of the Porsches. Yannick, I think it is. It is Yannick and Tintin. Tintin down to 12 momentarily, back up to 11th place. Yannick goes down behind his teammate. Now Astro up into 12th. We've got Yannick down to 13th. Catfish Shuref is there in 14th. And then we have Kellen in 15th. And actually, they both managed to get past Alessandro. Did Alessandro have a penalty? I think Alessandro may be having a penalty there. Meanwhile, at the front, so BX Royal now starting to try and stretch his legs a little bit. He's got 8 tenths now over the reigning champion Zico in the Mazda RX Vision. The Mazda is very good on its tyres, though, which will come into play in the feature for sure. We might see it come into play here in the sprint race. Obviously a 10-lapper here around Dragon Trail Gardens. The top 2 still unable to break the toe to Polito behind in 3rd place. So Polito doing really well at the moment. Obviously Polito has come up from Tier 2. He's reigning Tier 2 champion. And he is currently hot on the heels of the reigning Tier 1 champion. With Anonymous not far behind still, in 4th place. Anonymous actually closing the gap, it looks like, to Polito up ahead in 3rd. Nobody being claimed by the sausage just yet, so the top 5 have now broke away from Perry in 6th place, who is 2.1 seconds off the back of 5th. The 2 Lexus, CMP and Capel now in 7th and 8th. So they're having a little bit of a slipstream battle here. Capel thinking better of a move up the inside there of the hairpin. We've got Tintin now in 9th. Only 5 tenths off of the 2 Lexus up ahead. We've got Astro currently 10th. Shuref is now in 11th place, so he's made a few positions. He's come from the back as well in the Honda NSX. We have Kellen now in 12th, keeping Yannick at bay there in 13th. Alessandro down in 14th, and then we have Tion. Tion finds himself down in 15th place, 2.6 seconds off the back of Alessandro. So BX Royal has put in this fastest lap there once again on lap 3. No, Zico managing to take it there. 131.4 on lap 3. Only 100th in it between the 2 lap times. But they have, the top 2 have now broke the gap back to 3rd place. Oh, and then we see a move in the background there. Anonymous Racing Green getting a move done on Anonymous. Anonymous maybe looking for the switchback, but it looks like he just didn't have the traction out of the corner. That was very good there from Racing Green. What a move. Very confident on the brakes in that RCZ. Oh, Polito up ahead. He's got a penalty. 1.5 seconds. No, Polito. He's got a little bit deep there as well. I think he may be struggling slightly with the tyre wear. He's definitely going to lose that position. I think he's going to lose 2 positions here. I think Racing Green and Anonymous are both going to manage to get through, and they do. So down to 5th place for Polito. That's unlucky, buddy.
Sandro starts from page 10. I think he has it. Shame about the start.
Oh, Cap, you never know. You never know, buddy. So Anonymous now coming back at Racing Green. Well and truly in the tow. He's going to have a look up the inside. He wasn't close enough. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, Cap. Yeah, if he finishes in 10th, then it's a good position to start in, isn't it? Anonymous still hot on the heels there of Racing Green. Racing Green's going to cover off the inside this time round. Yeah, he's not going to allow Anonymous to have a go as he did on the lap before, but Anonymous tries to have a look around the outside, but now he's setting up the switchback. He's going to get a better run out of the hairpin. Welcome along, Slim. Nice to have you on board, buddy. So at the moment we're watching Alessandro a little bit further down the pack at the moment. I think he was down in 10th last time we checked. He had a bit of a moment early doors. There was a lot of congestion in turn 1. I think there's going to be a few, but I think that's going to be definitely scrutinised. I think it was just very close racing, to be fair. I think Dragon Trail Gardens being quite a wide circuit, it does lend itself to, you know, quite a few cars wide, so maybe there was a couple of optimistic moves early doors, but that's kind of how it goes sometimes. So yeah, Racing Green and Anonymous still locked in battle there, 3rd and 4th. Polito down to 5th place now, 1.9 seconds now off the back of Anonymous. He's got his work cut out for him if he wants to try and salvage some positions. We're on lap 6 now of 10. CMP coming in 6th place, followed by his teammate Capel there in 7th. So Capel looking like he's still opted to stay behind. Are we going to see a move come here into the hairpin? Nope. So that's the 2 Lexus boys there, 6th and 7th. Then we've got Tintin still coming in 8th place, unable to get onto the back of them. Although he is definitely running in their slipstream at the moment. We've got Astro though. Astro still trying to make a move, or still trying to maybe set up a move. Unable to do so as yet. I think, to be fair, you've only got a few overtaking opportunities here at Dragon Trail Gardens. We may see one coming here into the final turn. Tintin defending really well there. Astro very close now indeed though. He's going to get a better run down the start finish into turn 1. Yeah, Cap. Yeah, well, I don't know what his name is, do I? Like, was it Tinin? Tintin sounds better. So yeah, Astro did have a sneaky little look there, but still unable to get the move done. He's definitely putting the pressure though on Tintin up ahead. And he needs to do so as well because Kellen has crept up out of nowhere. Oh no, Astro! Astro's got a penalty! And Yannick's there as well. And Alessandro, not far behind, 11th and 12th. Kellen with a move up the inside into the hairpin. They're alongside now. Is he going to get the move done? I think Astro getting the better run out of the hairpin. He's going to be ahead, isn't he, coming into this next sector. And he is, so Kellen finds himself in a Porsche sandwich. And where did he come from? There was such a gap before, wasn't there? But the gap's disappeared now. Kellen is going to get past once Astro serves that penalty. Still defending ferociously to keep Yannick behind him. And Alessandro waiting in the wings there as well. So Alessandro actually dropping down to 12th now. And yeah, Kellen gets through now, as does Yannick. So Yannick passed his teammate, and Alessandro gets past momentarily. He's going to be on the outside here coming out the final turn. He doesn't want to go to the grass. That was good racing there from Alessandro, holding it around the outside. He should surely be able to edge ahead down the start finish. The BMW's got to have more grunt, hasn't it, than the Porsche. He's on the outside here. Astro does manage to keep the position. Good bit of driving there from Alessandro. GG's, buddy. Auto Tion finds himself in 13th now. He's not far off the back of his teammate. The biggest gap at the moment is 4 seconds back to Shuref in 14th place now in the NSX. He's starting to feel the tyre wear, as is Perry, I believe. Perry must have had a moment somewhere. Maybe he's gobbled too much sausage. A BX Royal storming off into the sunset at the moment in this opening race of the season. 1.9 seconds is the gap he has now over Zico. Lap 8 of 10, and look at how much them tyres are worn. So the feature definitely going to be an interesting one. It's only the front right though, isn't it? The front right really getting a bit of a punishment around Dragon Trail, around the gardens of Dragon Trail. In fact, looking at the tyre graph, it looks like maybe they've made a bit of a tweak to the RX Vision, because that thing used to be really good on tyres, and it looks like it's actually equal with the Jaguar at the moment. And Racing Green has managed to get past Anonymous. He's up into 3rd now. So the top 3, BX Royal, Zico and Racing Green. And Racing Green actually starting to close now on Zico. Look at his tyres. So the Peugeot, yeah, the Peugeot definitely looking like it's decent on tyres. Although we have seen Racing Green is very good at tyre conservation as well. But Anonyma now finds the company of Polito once again there, not far behind him in 5th place. Anonyma has lost 3.9 seconds up ahead to Racing Green. He must have had a moment maybe somewhere. Polito still chasing him down. He's got a huge gap back though to CMP, 3 seconds. So the 2 Lexus still 6th and 7th, Tintin 8th, Kellen still 9th, Yannick is in 10th now. Astro is in 11th place with Alessandro 12th, Autority on 13th, Perry 14th, Shuref in 15th place. So this is it, the final lap. And there is definitely some noticeable gaps throughout the field now. If you look at the track map in the top right. And BX has a 2.5 second buffer back to Zico, who, oh my god, Zico is starting to lose that lead he had over Racing Green. Racing Green's pulled it into 7/10 now. Are we going to see a move come in the last final couple of turns? Zico's managing to keep the gap consistent, but Racing Green is definitely chipping away at it, bit by bit. We're going to stay on board with this battle here at the moment. We'll go on board with the leader as he comes through the final couple of turns. But it looks like Zico maybe has done just enough to be able to hold on to that 2nd place. A BX Royal in the season opener, the sprint race of round 1, season 18. He's going to take the checkered flag there. That means he's going to start in 10th place. Zico will take 2nd, Racing Green in 3rd. Anonyma, he's going to come home in 4th place. Polito in 5th. GG's, guys. CMP will be 6th, Capel in 7th, Tintin in 8th, Kellen in 9th, Yannick in 10th, Astro 11th, Alessandro 12th, Auto Ration in 13th, Perry. Look at the gap there. Perry definitely having a moment somewhere, as must have Shura. He'll finish in 14th place there. Shurif is going to come home in 15th. So we'll have a quick look once again, and we'll get your top 10 reverse grid starting positions. So BX Royal obviously took the win there with Zico in 2nd place. Racing Green was in 3rd. We had Anonymous finish 4th. Polito 5th. CMP 6th. Capel in 7th. Tintin in 8th. Kellen finished in 9th. Yannick in 10th. Astro in 11th. Alessandro 12th. Auto Ration 13th. Perry in 14th. And Shuref finished in 15th place. So your reverse top 10 grid will put Yannick on pole position with Kellen in 2nd place. Then we've got our Tintin starting in 3rd with Capel in 4th, CMP in 5th, Polito in 6th, Anonymous 7th, Racing Green 8th, Zico 9th, and BX will start in 10th place. And Zico did take the fastest lap there, and he held it, so I think that's an extra point there for Zico. Obviously the feature will start shortly. Normally I have a little break. I'm going to quickly run to the toilet myself. So I would, if any of you guys need to do so, go and get a refreshment, run to the toilet, do what you need to do, and we'll be back in just a sec. Yeah, so what first race that was. I thought we was going to see more battling from Zico and BX there at the front, but BX just looked too strong in the Jag. I've just clocked the Zico's in the Spotify liveried Mazda RX Vision. So yeah, the feature race will begin shortly, guys. We normally get a message from BX to say starting soon. We'll have the lobby reset, I believe, as well. It's going to be interesting to see what strategies everybody runs. Because it does look like it's very heavy on that front right, but that's the only tyre that really seems to suffer too much around here. So maybe some of the guys are going to be able to mitigate that a little bit and see some different strategies on the cards. Looks like a lot of people going for the mediums in the first stint. A lot of people out on the mediums, so yeah, maybe everybody... In fact, everybody. It looks like everybody's out on the mediums for the first stint. I don't know if that message was for me, BX, but yeah, I'm ready. We've had the message there from BX starting soon. Wait, what? Hang on. What is... Oh, yeah. Don't mind me. So we're going to get a better view for the rolling start. And this is it, the feature race, the first feature race of season 18. Let's go. Obviously rolling start as always. Yannick is going to lead the cars into turn 1 for the first time in this 26th lapper. Right, looks like everybody forming a bit of a train at the moment. Everybody still in their respective positions. Are we going to see any moves up at the front coming into the hairpin? We got Racing Green, it looks like pulling out, having a look at the inside maybe. Oh, somebody's just been tagged. Polito, looks like Polito got tagged there. Looks like a few cars got caught up in that. I'm not sure what happened there. We didn't see the offender. Zico trying to make his way through. Who was that in the background there? I think that was a BX Royal getting forced out wide. I'm not sure what happened there. Shuref trying to keep on the back of the pack. He hasn't got to work too much, has he? Because obviously, as you saw, that shenanigans has opened up a little bit of a gap now. Who's that? We saw somebody maybe having a look up the inside, is it? Oh no, Tintin gets it a little bit wrong there. That's allowed Capel up into third place. Capel keeps that position. He's moved up into third now. He's onto the back of Kellen. He's going to chase them two down in second and first place. Tintin under pressure now from CMP. Will CMP be able to go for a move? He's thought better of it into turn 1. No, he's still up the inside. He's actually up the inside. Tintin has given him the room to get it done, and he moves up. He moves up into fourth place. That was a good move there from CMP. From a very compliant Tintin. I think Tintin maybe feeling a little bit shaky on the mediums, perhaps not too much as confident as he was on the softs. Racing Green finds himself in 6th place now. Polito now in 7th. Anonyma looking like he's going to lose that position to Zico. And Zico does get it done. It's up the inside. Alessandro almost having a look on the exit there as well. Anonyma needs to try and keep his eyes on that car behind him as well, because Alessandro, if he sees an opportunity, he will surely seize it. That was a great move there from Zico, later on the brakes, and yeah, just got it done. As I say, a bit of compliance there from Tintin as well. Oh no, who's that? Kellen! Kellen! What happened to Kellen? Oh, Kellen. So we completely missed what happened there to Kellen. Yannick now with a 1.6 second lead over the two Lexus. Capel in second there and CMP in third. Then we've got a bit of a gap back to Racing Green, who is in fourth place. We've got Polito in fifth, and then we've got a train forming behind. We've got Zico. Zico now having a look at the inside of Tintin. And yeah, Tintin saw the move coming, didn't defend it. Maybe he's going to look for another opportunity later on, perhaps on a different strategy, but he's not. He's actually on medium, so Anonyma trying to put the pressure on now in 8th place. He's got Alessandro there in 9th. Auto Ration behind with a second's worth of penalty. Alessandro up the inside. And he gets it done. Anonyma still there. Still there for a little bit though, wasn't he? Tintin now the car that Alessandro needs to try and find his way past. He's going to have a look into the final turn. No, he doesn't. Maybe on the exit, can he get the best squirt down? He's got to have a better grunt in the M6 down the start finish, surely. He's in the slipstream, well and truly. And he pulls out along the inside now. Oh, and he does. He's managed to move ahead already. Tintin has opened the door as well to Anonyma. Anonyma's surely going to get that position, is he? And he does. Tintin down to 9th. So Tintin just hemorrhaging positions at the moment. Looking like he's going to lose that position to Perry as well. Perry hot on his heels now. And BX after dropping down to the back, he's managed to wait his way back through to 11th place. As Perry has a look up the inside and he's managed to get it done as well. So Tintin now down to 10th. Having a bit of a battle now with BX. And BX is just going to go around the outside. No, he's not. He nearly did though, didn't he? He's going to have a look at the inside now though. I think he's seen Tintin get a little bit bullied by everybody else around him, so he's just going to be... He's just going to have a move at the inside, and he does. Yeah, Tintin just opens the door and lets him through. He's got Astro now, not far behind him. Shura finds himself up in 13th, a massive slide there on the exit of the final turn. Keller now in 14th, and Auto Ration all the way down in 15th. What happened to Auto? He's had a moment somewhere. Yannick with a very strong start in the feature, now finds himself 1.7 seconds ahead of the two Lexus, Capel and CMP. Roles reversed in this race. Capel actually pulling a second over his teammate. Trying to chip away at that gap up ahead to Yannick. Putting in personal best sectors. When will everybody decide they've had enough of the mediums? That'll be an interesting one. Oh, no catfish. We've lost the catfish. So I think Catfish maybe having a DC there. He looked a little bit skittish, didn't he, earlier? So perhaps that's what it is. Perhaps it was connection problems. Not too sure. You never know. He might pop in the chat and let us know. Yeah, so CMP, managing to close that gap back up to his teammate, though. 7 tenths. And he needs to do so as well, because that gap back to Racing Green is starting to close as well. Racing Green ever so good on the brakes into this hairpin. He will surely close that down once again. In fact, the gap's staying fairly consistent. He's definitely taken a tenth out of it though. So Polito still currently sat in 5th place. 1.9 seconds off the back of Racing Green. He's got Zico though to deal with. Zico only 7 tenths. Here's the gap up ahead to Polito. Wait, what? Who else has just left the room? Zico currently holds the fastest lap in this race as well. He managed to take it in the first race as well, the sprint, so let's see if anybody can challenge that. Alessandro there in the 7th. So 7 tenths between Zico, 7 tenths between Alessandro and Anonima. Anonima there in 8th place, still ahead of Perry in 9th. Oh, Perry looking quick though in that McLaren. Is he going to be able to go for a move into the hairpin? Looks like Anonima covering off the inside. He's going to have to go the long way round. In fact, Anonima moving back over to take the racing line. Oh, Perry, has he gone deep? He has gone deep. Who's going to get the better exit? It's looking like Perry at the moment, but Anonima and Perry still side by side. Perry is going to be ahead as they come into this next sector though. Good little battle there between these two guys. Perry moves up to 8th place, Anonima down to 9th, but I think these guys have been swapping for a few laps now. And he does indeed. He closes up through the final turn. Anonima looking for a move. Not quite close enough to be able to get it done through the final turn. But he's going to have a look now up the inside into turn 1. Perry gives him plenty of room. But it looks like Perry just had the better momentum. He had the better line. I think Anonima had to take a little bit of that curb there, which maybe cost him a couple of hundredths. And he's now got BX Royal hot on his tail as well. Obviously teammates for this season. I wonder what the team orders will be. Oh, and in fact we've got a battle going on in the background here. Astro and Tintin. Tintin trying to find his way past Astro. Astro defending hard on the exit of the hairpin. So Tintin was a lot closer, wasn't he? He looked like he was going to be able to get the move done, but he's lost a couple of attempts now. So and obviously we have Kellen and Autorotion. What a drive Yannick is having at the moment in that Porsche. Capel doing really well to keep that gap consistent. It's been 1.7 seconds for as long as I can remember. Probably the last 7 laps. 6 or 7 laps. Wonder who's going to push on now and make the most of their mediums before their pit stop. It's going to be getting a little bit skittish though, isn't it? It looks like the guy's actually handling it really well at the moment. This is why they're in tier 1. On Racing Green finally gets a move done on CMP, up into 3rd place now. Is CMP going to be able to stick with him? Oh, it looks like his front right is quite considerably more worn than Racing Green's. That might be what's hampering him a little bit. CMP, he's lost a couple of attempts already. Obviously this is going to be a race of attrition, so anything can happen. Strategy is definitely going to come into play. It looks like everybody currently on the same strategy. Same strategy. Yeah, CMP has lost a lot of time now, hasn't he? He's 1.3 seconds now off the back of Racing Green. Zico starting to close. Currently in 5th place. And in fact, Polito's pulled onto the back of Zico, so I think Zico may be struggling a little bit in the Mazda RX Vision with the tyre wear. He's managed to make up positions though, hasn't he? Finishing in 2nd place, so he's moved up three positions. Four even. But Polito doing really well here to hold on to the back of him though. He's not letting him get away, and he's managing to keep Alessandro behind him. Alessandro currently running in 7th place, and Yannick finally enters the pits. Is this going to set off a chain reaction? Capel and Racing Green have stayed out their favourite track position. Zico and Alessandro have also stayed out. BX Royal has stayed out as well. Polito is into the pits. Anonymous going to stay out. Yannick is coming out now. He's going to come out in 6th place. He's got 7th and 8th not far behind him. He's going to have the fresher tyres, but they've got the speed from coming down that start-finish straight. Yeah, Anonymous and Tintin still swapping positions. Tintin still trying to get back past Anonymous. Anonymous has managed to get back past Tintin. Are we going to see another move here in the hairpin? Anonymous moves over to the outside once again. Tintin a little bit shaky on the brakes that time, but he does manage to get a move done up the inside. And Anonymous goes back into a slipstream. As I say, I think these guys are going to be battling pretty much the whole race. I reckon they're having fun out there, swapping positions. Anonymous really putting the pressure on Tintin. Tintin doing really well to hold that car through this very sketchy sector. Is Anonymous going to be able to have a look into the final turn? And when he does, up the inside, they're going to be both hard on the brakes. Plenty of room given there from Tintin, and Anonymous up into 7th once again. And they're going to stay out, they're going to continue this battle. Tintin has a look up the inside. He's going to be having enough momentum down the start finish. No, he's got a dip back in behind. Will he have a look though? He's having cheeky little looks, isn't he? He's thinking about it. Not quite close enough on that occasion. Will he be coming into the S's though? No, I think it's going to be down in the hairpin once again, isn't it? Or has Anonymous managed to pull enough of a gap? Covered off the inside, is he? No. Yeah, so yeah, there's a big enough gap now. He didn't have to cover off the inside that time. I think he's taken a better line there as well. Yeah, he's definitely gained a couple of attempts, hasn't he, over Tintin, so Bit of breathing space now, so these guys are all still yet to pit. We've got Racing Green now into the lead of the race. He's got 8 attempts over Capel in second place, with Zico in third now. And Capel looking strong at the moment in that Lexus. He's giving Racing Green a run for his money. He's definitely chipping away at that gap as well. The 8 attempts is starting to come down. Oh, and Racing Green went a tiny bit deep there. But he is finally going to go into the pits, as is Capel, as is Zico, as is Alessandro, as is PX. Yannick back into the lead of the race. Back out on a fresh set of mediums. Oh, and he mounts the sausage there. He got the car a little bit airborne. He managed to save it though, he managed to hold it. Great car control there from Yannick. And he's actually got 5.9 seconds over the rest of the field, so back in second place now we have CMP. He's managed to get ahead of his teammate Capel. 1.8 seconds. I think he's taken on less fuel, hasn't he? Maybe. Oh, Capel actually opting for the softs. So he should surely close that gap up ahead to his teammate, but the softs aren't going to go for very long. I'll be interested to see what his final choice of tyre will be. I think it's going to be mediums, isn't it? I think maybe it's going to be a medium soft for most people. But Capel opting for the softs in his second stint, so I think it's going to be a two stopper. With the tyre wear. Oh, Zico actually opting for the soft as well. Up into fourth now. He's closing that gap up ahead to Capel. With the aid of the fresh rubber. There's only 2 attempts in it now. Surely we're going to see a move here, are we? So Capel, interestingly, yeah, doesn't really cover off the inside. Zico, sorry, around the outside. But Capel's still ahead on the exit. Very close indeed between these two. Capel, very good defence. Making that Lexus as wide as he possibly can. He's opened the door again. Zico, is he going to get through? He's almost through. And he is. He's finally through. But Capel's still right there. Doesn't try and set a move up into the final turn. I think he's going to wait for turn 1, isn't he? No, not close enough. So what is Capel's game plan here? Is he going to just try and stick with Zico, maybe make the most of that slipstream and hope that Zico can tow him up onto the back of CMP and Yannick? But I think that's what he's doing. I think you can smell a podium. I think Capel is playing a tactical game here. He's just going to stick with Zico. Zico's going to help him with the aid of the slipstream onto the back of CMP, up ahead in second place. Yannick with that 4.5 second lead over the rest of the field. So yeah, Capel making the most of that. Then we've got Polito in fifth place. We've got Alessandro looking for a move now. Not quite close enough, is he? But no, Palio's got deep. That's allowed Alessandro through. Alessandro up into 5th place now. Just put the pressure on, and Palio just tiny little pixel off the track there, and it just sucked him wide, and not anything he could do about it. But that just gave Alessandro the opportunity he needed to be able to get that BMW M6 through and up into 5th. He's going to try and get away now. Oh, Astro! How did he hold that? Massive moment from Astro, but somehow with them cat-like reflexes he managed to hold that car. A BX Royal is through now into 7th place. He's on to the back of Polito, obviously taking the win in the sprint. What can he do here in this feature race? He's come from 10th place. Zico started in 9th, he is now in 3rd. Definitely see some battle scars on that Jaguar. Yeah, BX really closing up onto the back of Polito now. Oh, manages to get a move done, but then gets it a little bit wrong there on the exit of that quad right-hander. That's allowed Polito to come alongside once again. He's actually ahead into the final turn, but BX with the inside line. Astro not far behind as well. So BX Royal now covers off the inside down the start finish. He's coming it off early doors. Polito's going to have a look around the outside. Astro into the pits. And BX Royal out on a set soft as well. Polito on the mediums. And BX looking like he's managed to start running away though, with the aid of that soft compound. And I would presume he'll be coming in for a pit stop soon as well, because yeah, he's not got a lot of fuel left in that car, and them softs are dying very quickly. So Racing Green now finding himself in 8th place. He's got 5 seconds up ahead to Polito. He's also got 4 seconds back to Kellen, who is now in 9th, being chased down by Tintin. So it was Tintin and Anonyma that were having the battle before. It is now the three-way battle between Kellen, Tintin and Anonyma. I said I thought the battle was going to commence or resume throughout the rest of the race, and it looks like it is that way, but it looks like these 3 cars probably now going to be battling for the rest of the race. We've got Kellen on the softs, Tintin also on softs, as is Anonyma. So there's quite a gap now back to Perry, 2.1 seconds to be precise. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see when the guys on the softs do decide to serve their pit stop. And I think it'll probably be a second set of mediums that they go for. So Perry they're in 12th, Auto Ratil now 13th, Astro down in 14th, and he's on a fresh set of mediums now. Obviously he served that pit stop, didn't he? So this is going to be his final set of tyres, we presume, and that fuel will surely take him to the end of the race. So he's looking to undercut some of the other guys around him. So we'll see how that comes into play. Obviously Yannick still currently in the lead of the race. He's on the medium compound. Not a lot of fuel left in that car, so I would presume he's going to go on to the softs for the final stint. Then we have Zico. So yeah, Yannick, well actually looking at the fuel, I think they're going to be coming in around the same time. So that's going to be an interesting one. We're going to have Yannick on a fresh set of softs. Zico is going to be on mediums, you would presume. I don't think he's going to take the hards, is he? We've seen medium from some of the guys already, so I think it's going to be a set of mediums. And then we have CMP still in third place with his teammate, now on the back of him in fourth. CMP will, they may pit around the same time, but Capel has got more fuel, so he will maybe come out ahead of CMP. He might jump him in the pit stop. Alessandro now in fifth place. He's not got a lot of fuel left on that car though. He's going to have to pit this lap, I would presume. So he's trying to get a move done now on Capel. He's trying to get a move done before he has to pit. So no, he didn't actually manage to get it done, so he's going to sit behind Capel as they come into the pit. So yeah, now Zico, Capel, Alessandro, BX, Polito. Polito was out of the pit, so yeah, hang on. So Yannick stayed out. He's going to have to pit at the end of this lap. Gauging from his fuel. CMP has stayed out, but he also will have to pit. Polito's stayed out as well. Again, he's going to have to pit. And Racing Green on the racing hards. Currently 5.3 seconds behind the rest of the field, but it's 8 seconds back to Zico. Is this a... Wow, is this a supreme strategy from Racing Green, opting for the racing hards in his second stint? So in fact only a one stop. I think it's only a one stop for Racing Green. No, he was on softs, wasn't he? So he went medium, soft, hard. Okay. He must have pit early off the softs. Or did he go medium hard? Perhaps it was one stop. Yannick now into the pits. I think CMP, yeah, CMP is going to follow him, as will Polito. So Racing Green is going to go up into the lead of the race. Is he going to stay there? 5 laps to go. The gap back to Yannick is now 3.8 seconds. Yannick now on a fresh set of softs. Is he going to be able to close that lap in... is he going to be able to close that gap in 5 laps? Either way you look at it, I think thinking out of the box is still definitely going to pay dividends for Racing Green. He's still going to finish in a very strong position if Yannick does manage to catch him. Zico on a fresh set of softs. So in fact Zico going medium, soft. Can he close the gap up ahead to Yannick? It looked like Capel was closing on him. I thought he might have had a fight on his hands there with Capel in the Lexus. CMP now 2.6 seconds behind. So yeah, Capel did indeed jump CMP in the pits. Alessandro now in 6th place. What can Alessandro do in the final few laps of this race? He's actually got BX not far behind him as well. What can BX do? He wants to try and make a few positions. As it looked like the battle up ahead is starting to form a little bit here. It's Alessandro only 2 tenths off the back now of CMP. Oh, looked a little bit squirrely there for a minute for Alessandro, having to go the long way round. Gonna have to try and focus on a better exit. Like it is pretty equal from both cars, the Lexus and the M6. But that has allowed BX Royal to close that gap to 3 tenths now. So this has now become a three-way battle for 5th place. Still in their respective positions, though, 5th, 6th and 7th there for CMP, Alessandro and BX. Then we got Polito, 3.8 seconds now. Oh, and Zico. Racing Green has managed to get past Zico. And Racing Green is... Yannick has managed to get past Racing Green. Zico not far behind now of Racing Green as well. Only 2.7 seconds for Racing Green. Has lost the lead of the race now to Yannick. Yannick aided by that softer compound tyre. As I say, I still think Racing Green at the moment in a very good position. You can pick up some really good points here. And again, you've got to think out of the box sometimes, haven't you? Somebody's got to try something different, and he may have pulled the one stop out of the cards tonight. But I think still possibly on with a podium finish. Zico only 1.9 seconds off the back of him, but Capel has lost that toe now. But I think he was trying to stick with Zico, wasn't he? It was probably after the last pit stop, maybe. Perhaps Zico was a little bit further ahead as they came out the pits. But I think Capel was hoping that he may have been able to get pulled onto the podium, aided by Zico. So currently, as it stands on lap 24-26, we've got Yannick in the lead of the race, Racing Green there in 2nd place, Zico in 3rd, we've got Capel in 4th place, CMP currently in 5th, BX Royal now in 6th place. So him and Alessandro have both managed to get past Polito. Polito now down to 8th. Alessandro giving BX a run for his money at the moment. 1.7 seconds up ahead to CMP. Only 5 tenths in it between 6th and 7th at the moment. So 8th place is Polito. We have Astro now in 9th. Anonyma is in 10th. Tintin 11th. Kellen currently 12th. Autorati on 13th and Perry 14th. And Yannick has now pulled out a 3.5 second lead over Racing Green. Racing Green, who has Zico all over the back of him now. Zico maybe looking for a move into the final turn. Oh, Racing Green does go a little bit deep. That has allowed Zico through. Zico now up into 2nd place, but Racing Green fighting on the exit there. Looked like he was maybe going to be able to retake that position. I think all he wants to do now is try and focus on staying with Zico. But actually having a look up the inside there, Zico left plenty of room. Racing Green still got plenty of fight left in him. fact, look at them softs on Zico's car. They have definitely taken a battering. And he's not managing to pull away from Racing Green as quickly as he might hope. Actually, looks like we're starting to get a bit of fog descending around the track now as well. Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. Maybe we'll get rain starting to fall on the final lap. That could throw some shenanigans into the works. Can't see anybody's wipers going just yet. So Zico has managed to gap Racing Green now. He's got a second, 1.1 seconds worth of breathing space now. Racing Green, can he hold on to that podium? We're on lap 25 of 26. Capel not far behind now, you can see him just in the shot there. Capel only 2.3 seconds to bridge if he wants to try and take that third place away from Racing Green. Racing Green needs to make this last lap a very, very good one indeed. So as he crosses the line to start the final lap, he's 2.5 seconds is the gap back to Capel. In fact, Capel, it looks like his softs have maybe died a bit of a death. He's managed to take the fastest lap, so that is definitely an extra point in the bag there. And still decent points for finishing in 4th place, but can he manage to maybe take that position away from Racing Green, finish on the podium, and also crucially keep BX Royal behind him as well, because CMP looking like he might lose that position. BX Royal getting shown the long way round into the hairpin. Oh, CMP actually managed to stay ahead. BX Royal almost managed to get it done around the outside. Oh, CMP goes deep. That's allowed Alessandro through too. CMP now down to 7th place. BX Royal is up to 5th. But this guy here, Yannick, in the feature race, he is going to take the checkered flag and take the win. GG Yannick. Zico will take 2nd place. GG Zico. We got Racing Green. Well done, mate. He finished in 3rd. Managed to hold on to that podium. Capel and BX. Oh, his photo finish across the line there. Capel finished in 4th. BX in 5th. Only 600ths in it there across the line. Alessandro 6th. CMP in 7th. Polito in 8th. Astro will finish in 9th. Anonymous is going to bring it home in 10th. Tintin finishes in 11th. Ahead of Kellen in 12th. Auto Ration will bring it home after hitting the barrier across the line in 13th. And Perry, I think Perry maybe went for another pit stop. He's going to bring it home in 14th place. GG's, mate. Well, that was it, guys. That was the season opener of round 18. Hope you all enjoyed that one. We'll get a quick rundown as always. So we had Yannick finishing in 1st place with Zico there in 2nd, Racing Green 3rd, Capel in 4th, BX in 5th, Alessandro 6th, CMP in 7th, Polito in 8th. We had Astro in 9th, Anonyma 10th, with Tintin in 11th, Kellen in 12th, Auto Ration in 13th, Perry in 14th. Why do you have to put PP in front of your name? Perry in 14th, Shuref finished in 15th. Well, what a round that was, guys, and what an opener to the season. I think it's definitely going to be a spicy one indeed. Very, very close indeed throughout the field, which is what we like to see. So, yeah, same time, same place next week, guys. See you then. I've been your boy Vex. This has been the Aero League Racing's GT7 Championship. Good night.